So, hi Tracy, below is the link to my website. Look, you lose her at below. If this call to action doesn't directly connect to her motives, it's noise. Okay. Kathy, I would do something like this. I would reach out and say, hi Tracy, thank you so much for the kind email. That's called a boost. Thank you so much for the kind email and the request for additional information. Something that says, Kathy, thank you. Or Tracy, thank you. You're going to introduce yourself to her. So I wouldn't, a link to the website, that'd be the last thing I would add. Here's a link to my website. So look, this next sentence that gets actually scores as high focus, but there's information here that will address part of your request, including, the testimonial. I wouldn't use that either. I'd throw that out. So look, I would, if you put that, thank you. So Tracy, thank you so much for the kind email. One of the things you'll likely find most valuable, from the strengths engagement is the ability to do and make it all about her. Executives have tapped into this and just help walk through outcomes that she's after. And, here's my website. That's it. The website, there's so many websites. And by the way, when you click on a link, one of the big challenges of clicking on a link is it's non-specific. It takes you to a big data dump. That will lose her and she probably won't click the link. So, and look, great information on Clifton's strengths. If you're going to do a link, be very specific and find a spot within the link. And even better, just take the summary and say, look, here's what you'll learn. Here's the link, but here's kind of what it says, which gives me the permission to not have to go to the link. And, oh, well, that's interesting. And it's some little nugget of motive. So, here's the link to the Cliftons. What you'll find there is this, or one thing that people typically love is the fact that they can assess the following and then match, tasks to great strengths. Learn more, this link. By giving them a brief summary, you've given them permission to not go to the link, but the option if they want to go. They feel like, oh, I've kind of checked the box already. So this next sentence, I noticed that people you listed all seem to be leadership roles. Strength-based leadership is something every team organization can benefit from. Get rid of the I noticed, and just go straight to your team appears to be primarily leaders.
Got it.
Okay, your team appears to be primarily leaders. That raises the focus, guys. It takes the self-reference out, which almost all, not 100%, but it's awfully close. Self-reference doesn't help emails.
Okay.
So your team appears to be primarily leaders. And as leaders, they can enjoy. Leaders typically leverage strengths-based in an organization in the following ways and get to an outcome.
Okay.
And what's the outcome they get by engaging in strengths? Leaders are able to typically measurably deploy talent to address issues faster, more complete, with measurable outcome results or measurable improvements in efficiency. The assessment itself takes 45 minutes, including set up your personal account with Gallup's results assessment available to on. But I like that. That's all good. You could, you could add some words to this that you say, look, the assessment takes 45 minutes, and with that investment, each of your leaders will have in hand their top 5 strengths immediately. Virtually every person who does this reads the top strengths and agrees. And suddenly they recognize my strengths are different than others. When they compare these notes, the team suddenly realizes they can leverage tasks differently, better, for greater result. Now we go back to, I generally provide those codes. Look at you, self-referencing. Okay, so you can change.
Why would I do that?
Your leaders get these codes.
I'd kill that whole sentence because you don't need it.
Right.
But I generally provide this code. Who cares? You could just say this code should be made available. Expect those codes in your emails, just something like that. This next one, I'm really interested in learning more about you and your group and your needs. So look, I'm going to be really blunt because this will just make it stick, but I don't mean it quite this blunt, Kathy. I'm really interested in learning more about you and your group. The recipient goes, so what? They don't care what you want. They care what they want. You with me?
Yes.
So you're going to say something like this. You're going to say, Tracy, if you'd be willing to share some of the details about you, your group, and your overall goals, you'll receive in return specific customized outlines allowing you to leverage the StrengthsFinder faster and easier. So ask her for the investment. If you would be willing to share, here's what you get. Why would she give you details about her and her team unless you reward her? Show her the reward. Does that make sense?
So I could say something like, if you are willing to share, blah, 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 I will be able to tailor.
Yeah, and let's look, I will be able to tailor is self-reference. You'll receive in return tailored.
A customized
Yes.
program.
Now you're doing it right there. Now look, this last paragraph. This is a classic, Kathy. A recent testimonial. Kathy helped me during a session with tremendous professional growth. Who's the hero of this story so far? It's Kathy. She asked for a testimonial about you, but what she really wants is a testimonial about her. So let me tell you, there's a testimonial somewhere, Kathy. I don't know you, but I know it's there. And it would read a recent testimonial. With one session, I found myself able to. Now it's a peer, someone having received a session, saying to someone about to receive a session, I got great value and it's probable you will too. So
a recent client, how would I say this if she said, give me a testimonial?
So yeah, you just said a recent testimonial.
This is just his quote. So,
So Kathy, a good tip on how to ask for high focus testimonials is to ask your former client, tell me what benefits you got or what change or improvement you got through working together. Then their response typically.
Yeah, he's got that in there.
Right.
But it just starts with, Kathy helped me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kathy, the last part of that quote is actually pretty darn good. It's the
I thought it was too. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I'm
sorry.
If he starts with, I received tremendous professional growth, he's the hero in the story instead of Kathy. And that's what I think Joe's getting at.
Yeah, so can I just change it?
Yeah,
to say that?
You can just omit that first, Kathy helped me during a session with tremendous growth, and just say I walked away with, and that way you got, Chad Brooks is saying this wonderful thing as a peer directly to Tracy. And I think these are so much fun. And guys, you get to see this vicariously. And Kathy, again, thank you.
You're welcome.
The first time a person asked me to do a rewrite, sitting in a class, and they're like, how do I do this? And I just kind of looked over their shoulder and I, typed some things. And the next person said, well, do mine. And, anyway, fast forward to thousands and thousands of email rewrites, and this pattern starts to emerge. And it's the feedback from the recipients that drives it. So you suddenly start thinking different. We did a whirlwind session on yours, Catherine. By the way, if you'll send that email to me, joe.thomas@impactadvantage.com, I'll send you back a rewrite. And I'll send you a rewrite, and it'll at least give you some ideas, and then you morph it to make it your own.
No, I love that. I love this. I'm not.
The more we do this, the more we suddenly recognize these patterns, and then you start getting cynical about, they ask me about me, and you start to realize, but they don't mean it. They're really asking about themselves.
Oh, yeah.
And so you start writing to that, and people come back and go, yeah, this is awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, no, this is great.
What they're asking for.
Kathy, thank you so much for sharing.